EAN is well eager to identify all organizations that are pertinent to its functioning. So I already said something about the neurological specialty, subspecialty societies, which are scientific societies, and we hope to cover the whole field with the agreements of cooperation. Then there are professions like psychiatry and neurosurgery, which are very close to us in treating the patients. So we need perhaps a more formal cooperation with them, and we are looking into that. We don't have it as yet, although there are contacts, but I believe we have to have also more routine communication on particular problems that arise. But of course there are others that, for instance, in muscle disease, we have to cooperate with rheumatologists. So it's not only psychiatry and neurosurgery that we need to work with, as I just want to indicate, but this will come step by step. What I sort of propose as a model to think about this is that we build a network of all the stakeholders who are relevant for the neurological patient. And EAN is at one of the focal points, and try then to connect all the subspecialty societies and then all neighboring professions. And of course, last but not least, very important, is to work with patients. This was something that was neglected in the past and is still not, let's say, the routine arrangement in all European countries, but certainly EAN is from the start very much aware with that, and we have for a long time had an informal cooperation, but we also have a formal cooperation with EFNA. EFNA is the European Federation of Neurological Associations, so it's basically all patients' associations of neurological patients together, which again is very important, so they tend to speak with one voice when there is the, let's say, the problem of the neurological patient as such. And we cooperate very much in this, what I already told you about at the European level, talking to the politicians, talking to the society. And then perhaps just to possibly, I didn't even mention all the different aspects of communication, but we do, first of all, have a relation with all the neighboring European countries. So that would be the Mediterranean countries, also across the sea, so the North African countries who are invited. They are corresponding institutional members, and we cooperate very closely. And then there are other parts of the world where we are in a way invited, to cooperate and to help. In particular, I would like to stress the Africa project, which has been an old project. We have taken that up, helping build knowledge in neurology in Africa, where there is an even a much greater lack of neurologists as elsewhere in the world. We have now reached the stage where Africa has organized its own African Academy of Neurology. I'm very happy to say we have a formal agreement of cooperation with them. So they are now sort of taking the lead, but we are still invited to help, and we do where we can. I would say first that the European neurology as it is now is a strong neurology, although as far as the neurological patient is concerned, there is still much variety in how we deal with the neurological patient in different countries, due to the different organizations of healthcare, GDP, and so forth. So it's our aim as a European organization to try to make good healthcare available for the neurological patient wherever he is in Europe. This is our primary aim, and that of course will need time and effort to achieve. Other than that, I think the future of neurology, of European neurology, is shared by general future of neurology, which I see much advancement in the near future. We have seen, I have seen in my career both a revolution in the possibilities of diagnosis and the possibilities of treatment, and I'm quite certain that other very important advances are going to be made in the future. But one of the challenges that we will face is not only the number of neurologists, which even now there is a lack of neurologists in many countries, even in Europe. I mentioned Africa before, but for our standards, we have too few neurologists in Europe. So in the future, with the aging population, and we know that the elderly are particularly prone to develop neurological diseases, this will be a challenge not only for neurology but for the society, how to deal with this.